Hi there. It's nice to be back. Let me just get myself set up on Facebook here and my computer. Facebook. It's loud. Okay. So my name is Wendy Keys Turnbull, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I've been away from Facebook Live for a few weeks because I had a knee replacement. But hi, Gina. But it's better. It's getting there. It's not better, but it's getting there. And today I wanted to get on, and I had time, and I was feeling well enough to get up and prep a card. So yesterday, so I thought, okay, let's do this. So, what do I need to tell you? I am going to be using some retired product today because I don't have the thing that I'm making. I really needed to use retired product for because I don't have things that are suitable that are current right now. There aren't really actually anything that's suitable right now to go with this. There is one thing that I found in the current catalog, the annual catalog, that could be used in this. So, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and turn it down to my desk, and we'll get right started because this card's going to take a little while. So let me get you turned around here, and let's see how this looks. Not too bad. Get that pen out of the way. Let me zoom in a tiny bit. And that might be too much. There we go. Move this over. Okay, so, wow, 6 people are watching already. That was fast. Hi, Deb. Good to see you here. So if you are watching, as always, make sure you say something so that you can be included in my drawing that I'll do tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Hi, Annette. Good to see you. I'm getting better. I'm hanging in there. This is about my monthly workshop, and that's for local people, but I also can do to-go kits for people who aren't local if they would like. It's $20 plus shipping for that, but there's all my information on that. You guys can freeze it here and read it if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and move it. And as always, here's my host code that's good through my next workshop, which ends on 8/15/22. So the host code ZF39MUZR. So, okay, so I'm going to get right to this because, like I said, this is a little time consuming, but this is the card. We're going to make a card like this today. And as I said at the beginning, I am using some retired product because I didn't have. Hi, Vicki. And Vicki, you have the stamp set that could be used for this that's current right now. So you'll be happy to see that. So, but this is a crib, a teddy bear in a crib. And I got this idea from an Australian demonstrator named Bronwyn Eastley. And I actually paid to get the directions, but I will be typing up the directions. So if any of you are interested in having the directions, just post in here that you'd like the directions and we'll go from there. But so it's a Z Fold baby's crib card. So, and you'll see that it's only attached in one spot. So you could even put a little piece of Whisper White or Very Vanilla cardstock here and put a little note in there. Hi, Shirley. Good to see everybody joining. So I'm going to do this card, but I'm going to do it in different colors, and I'm going to use slightly different things. So this is a retired punch called, excuse my arm, I think it's called the Cookie Builder Punch. It just retired fairly recently, but that's what I used for this one. I'm going to use an actual stamp and die that's in the stamp set that I'm using. So, okay, so this is the stamps that we're going to use, all for baby, and this just retired. I'm going to use that teddy bear in the crib instead of this teddy bear, although I will have directions for both. So, but again, that is a retired set. Okay, so from what I'm using here, the DSP that I'm using, 2 of the 3 of them will be retired, are already retired. The stamp set is retired. One of the punches, or there's 2 choices for a punch, they will be retired. The cookie cutter or the cookie or the baby clothes dies are retired. So those are things. But let me show you what could be used instead of a teddy bear. And Vicki, I know you have this one. The Elephant Parade. You could very easily use this elephant and use the die to cut it out and put that in the crib instead of a teddy bear. So you could very easily use a current set. So, okay, so let's go ahead and get started because this is going to take, like I said, this is going to take a little time. Oh, and we are going to use these punches, which are current. And I think I'll probably show you the picture of the card that she made as a sample, the Bronwyn made as a sample after I'm all done here. But these are what we're going to use today. So we're going to use this punch. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, wait, I have it written down here. It is called the slot punch, or you could also use the classic label punch, which has pointy ends. Both of these are retired. I just happen to have a whole bucket full of retired punches that my grandkids use. So we're going to use that for part of it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I have an 11 by 4¼ piece of cardstock. This is Pear Pizzazz, and it's going to be it's going to be scored at, I think it's 2 and, let me look here. Got to get to the first page. Here we go. It's going to be scored at 2 3/4 and 5½. So 2 3/4 is a mountain fold and 5½ is a valley fold. So like that. So this makes your Z for the Z fold card. Okay, then the next thing we're using, and I've already cut these out, this is a retired DSP, and this is either In Good Taste or Friendly Hello. I'm sorry, I'm not sure which one it is. This one is the other one, In Good Taste and Friendly Hello. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these on here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, I know. And it's so hard to not use the retired things that you have, Annette, you know? And it's good to always be able to find some way to adjust with current items if you need to. Oh, I'm not really getting close to the edges at all, am I? That's all right. Okay. So this one's going to go here. I just had to kick my husband, my brother, and an old high school friend out of the house. I sent them down to the local, I sent them down to Irish Mafia Brew Pub. My husband and my brother are going to have dinner, and my friend Doug is just going to have another beer with them. But I hadn't seen him in years, but his brother was my older brother's best friend in high school, and he passed away when he was 19, and my brother is feeling guilty that he wasn't there for Doug and his sister. So he wanted to see them. He wanted to see Doug. Doug is... So I just kicked them out so that I could do Facebook Live in peace. I do still have my brother's dog here and my dog and my cat. So we could still get interrupted, but that's okay. Okay, so there's the start. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to build the crib. So... don't mind, I'm actually looking at my notes over here on the side to make sure that I don't forget anything. So this crib was built with one long piece, which is 3½ by 10½, scored at 2, 5, 7, and 10. But because I'm building this with another retired product, this is the one, okay, this is In Good Taste. These two are from Friendly Hello, and they're both retired. Okay, so I'm building a wood grain crib, and so I needed to do it in 2 pieces, which I haven't done yet, so just bear with me. Okay, so what she used to make her sample, you know, I'm going to show you the picture of her sample now, just so you can see where I'm coming from. So this is the sample that she made. And you'll see, I'm waiting for it to come up on my computer, which is about 9 seconds behind. So hang on just a second. I want to make sure that you guys can see it. And okay, there we go. So you'll see that how the top of the crib is cut out, and then there's a little cutout at the bottom of the crib. And she also used a die, a tag where I'm using the hearts. But so what she used was a piece out of a set called, yeah, I got to find it here. The set is called Hometown Greetings Edgelets. And for those of you who might have it, it's this right here. And she used just that top piece. So she could cut it out of the long strip. Unfortunately, I don't have this set of edgelets. So I can't use just that little piece. So I am going to double up, and I am going to use this, which is from the TaylorMade tags. And I'm going to cut out an extra piece that's going to go on the edge of, on the top. So I'm going to have a double layer there. Okay, so I have already scored this. So I have two pieces that are two pieces that are 3.5 by 5.5, and they're scored at 2 inches and 5 inches. I'm going to add tear and tape to one of the 1/2-inch flaps to join both pieces together. But before I think I will do that first, actually. So this is there's a 1/2-inch piece, and here's the other piece. So you'll see, and for this one, there we go. Okay, so my crib is going to be something like this, okay? So I'm going to put tear and tape here to start. And I'm using tear and tape because when it's being opened and closed, I don't want it to fall apart. So I'm going to use the stronger tape. So, and actually, I've got a thinner one I'm going to put next to that so that I can get two pieces here. Actually, that's not that much thinner. I think I have an even thinner one than that. Yes, I do. Here we go. I have so much tear and tape, and these are actually ones that came out of Paper Pumpkin kits. So they are a Stampin' Up! Thing. They're just not available in the catalog. So that'll work. I'm just going to use that here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that with my sticky scissors, my scissors for sticky stuff. Okay. And I'm just going to put one side on to start until I figure out what the heck I'm doing. Get that off of there. There we go. It's going to go right here like so. Hopefully I got it lined up right. Close. Not quite, but it'll do. Okay, that'll still work. It still works. Okay, so the reason I don't want to put the other side together is because I have to cut that little piece out of there. This is interesting because I don't have my big shot. Let's see, will it fit? I don't think it will. Oh, maybe it'll just fit. Okay, so not big shot, but Stampin' Up! Die cut and embossing machine. Now, I have the magnetic plate, which they are refunding everybody's money on because it comes apart. So that's why I'm storing it like this. I store it with that over it, with it upside down, and that keeps it sealed together. It still comes apart pretty quickly. And now I got to see if I can really make this. Where'd the die go? Right there. I don't know. I don't want it to be too far up. So I might not be able to fit it in here the way I want it. And I want to make sure it's centered pretty well between the two sides. We'll see how this works. All right. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Okay. So there's one. See, mine's not quite as fancy as hers because I don't have the scalloping on it that she had on hers. But like Annette said, it's good to see what you can adjust with. So, all right. So we're going to do the same thing over on this piece now. So this is going to be the back. We do the same thing over here. So I'm going to put this up just as high up there as I can get it. And again, I'm going to line this up between, try to center it between these two piece spots here. Get it as low as I can. There's a reason why I need it low, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now, I do have other things. Oh, you know what? While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and cut these. My two ends of the crib. There's one. Where'd the other one go? It's here somewhere. I have two of those. Whoops. Whoops. Tape stuck to everything. The tear and tape. Okay. Let's back up here. Oh. Fell into a bucket down here. Okay. So I'm going to cut these. I probably can cut them both at once. I'm going to chance it. Why not? Okay. Put that right up to the top. Okay. So this die is about 2 inches wide, so it fits almost perfectly on what's there. I am going to need this later, so I'm just going to set this down aside here. Okay. So there's my two ends of my crib. I'm going to go ahead and tear and tape this one. It's so hard because you can't tell where the fold is because the print is so light. Okay. And the little one. There we go. All right, I'm going to put that away. I won't need that. Well, I won't need that one anymore. Just use the thicker one. And oh my, I did not want to come up. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this together like so. There we go. My, hi Cheryl, my oldest daughter and her husband and her 2-year-old and her 4-month-old all have COVID, unfortunately. But the 2-year-old's feeling better today, and the baby he was only feeling sick for 1 day, so he's doing okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just use regular tape on here. Make sure I don't put it where I don't need it. I think I didn't quite get over there. Oh well. There's that side, and now we'll do the other side. My 86-year-old mother-in-law lives with that daughter and her husband. She has an apartment in the back of their house with a swing door in between. She comes and goes a lot. So far, she's okay. I'm a little worried, though, that she's going to get it because she's around them all the time. And actually, the 2-year-old spent all day before yesterday, with his great-grandma lying on her floor. So, okay, so there we have the crib. Okay. Oops, shoot. I just made a big mistake, you guys. I forgot to cut the opening up. So what I'm going to do, see how badly I can, you know what? I have this wonderful stuff called undo. I just need to undo one edge. And don't worry about how it's stained there because it'll all go away. There we go. Look how easily that came undone without wrecking anything. And as soon as this dries, that'll go away. That'll go away. You'll never even know that that was on there. Okay, so what I forgot to do is I need to cut pieces out to put the slats in. So I need my trimmer. And I need to just look up the sizes. Let's see, measure down 1/2 inch from straight top. And with your paper trimmer, cut away the cardstock on either side of the 2-inch pieces that were die cut. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in here and make sure, yes, that's right, right on the fold. We're going to, and this is going to stick to the tape. We're going to go down 1/2 inch. So I'm going to start at 1/2 inch and I'm going to go down, and I'm not going to go down the full 2 inches because I've cut so deeply there. So I'm going to go down 1.25 inches. That's what I'm going to do. And yes, it's stuck. Okay. Oh, and now, ow! I just replaced that blade and I just cut my finger open on it. Whoops. Meant to take the tape off and not cut my finger. Oh well. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other fold right here. And I'm going to, that's not very even, so I'm going to line it up here. I'm going to go again down 1/2 inch. So I'm going to start the 2.5 inch spot, and I'm going to go down for 1.25 inches. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. We are going to go down here to here and over here. Oops, I'm getting blood on everything, you guys. Oh well, that'll be this part that goes to the back. That was a sharp blade. Leave it to me. I'm trying to be careful, Cheryl. Okay, now I'm going to cut those pieces out and try not to get any more blood on this. Okay, so I want to get to where I ended here, and I want that to be right in the middle here. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to come up here to this edge. And I don't think, I need to go a little bit lower. Okay. Gonna go to there. And then you'll see that I have that piece. I'm going to go ahead and cut that piece off. So I know that that's 1/2 inch from the top. So I'm going to lay it there. I'm going to go back up here. And that piece should be out. All right. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So this one, I'm going to line up at the 1/2 inch spot here. I'm going to bring this over. Okay. Tape is still on there. And then I'm going to turn it around, go all the way up here to this end. I'm going to make sure that that lines up so that the bottom of the lines are in the center there. And here I go. Oh, I should probably stop and put a Band-Aid on because I'm getting blood everywhere. Oh, well. Okay, so there we go. So now you'll see that where I put the stuff is all clear. You can't tell where it was. You can't tell where it was here. That's why I love that stuff. All right. Okay, so now the next thing we have to do is we have to put the slats on. So I already cut 10 of the 12 slats out because I didn't want you guys to have to watch me punch out all these slats. So let me get those up here. There's 4 of them. Let's see, 5, 6. And then we have 1, 2, 3. My goodness. And I don't know where the 4th one is, other one is, but I can cut out some more. So, okay. So I'm going to take that slot punch and I'm going to cut out, yes, that's how I want it. I'm going to cut out 3 more because I don't know where one of them went to. It's hard to do when you've just got that little bit. There we go. 2 and 3. All right, so there we go. Stop bleeding, finger. I know. I'll put a piece of tear-in tape over it until I'm done, and then we won't have to worry about it. Just made the blood squeeze out. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now these I want to be evenly spaced. So I discovered yesterday that they need to be on the grid paper about a half a block in between them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to line them up here, 6 of them, like so. Three. See, this is the time-consuming part. 4. Hey, Cheryl, I didn't even see you said that. Great minds. 5 and 6. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put some glue along here, just little dots of it. Some of it will probably still be not covered and be sticky, but oh well. Okay, and then I'm going to gently lower this over these, lining it up. And the nice thing about using the glue is there's time to organize before everything dries. Oops. Oops, sticking to my fingers. Oh, that one didn't get any glue on it, must be. There. And there. Okay, well, it's not as, sticking to my fingers instead of to the paper. Let me see how it looks here. There I go. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So, I'll line them up over here this time. Get away from the glue over there. Okay. Hang on. Okay. 1. And then a half a block later. 2. 3. 4. Oh, I did have them all here. That one's kind of halfway anyways. 5 and 6. Okay. And once again, I'm going to put some glue along here, glue along here. Lay it down carefully. Oops, that one fell right out. We'll move that one up. Get up here. And they are all over the place. How did I manage that? Let's see. Not too bad. That'll be in the back anyhow, because that's the bloody part. So, okay. So now I'm going to, I need to run another strip here because I took off the big strip. So I'm going to run that here. This may not take as long as I thought it was going to take. Okay. And that comes off of there. And here it goes. Oops, not quite close enough. Okay, and now we have a crib. There's our crib. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we're going to make kind of like a blanket. What it's going to do is it's going to support the inside of the crib, help it to close. So this is my blanket material. Okay, so again, I'm going to use tear and tape, and I'm just going to use one piece close to the crease on each side of this one because it doesn't have to hold up much of anything. Just a little teddy bear. And here. All right. One. And two. Okay, so this is going in here like so. And I don't want it to be stuck yet. Hang on there, buddy. It's going to be centered as best I can. And there we go. It's a little off, but it'll do. It'll work, yep. Okay, so there's that. So now we need to do our teddy bear. So I have him here. Again, he's out of the All for Baby stamp set, which has retired. And I'm going to use soft suede ink. And I am putting him on, I have a feeling I didn't get a piece out. So let me get one out. Whisper White, see if I have one big enough to put my teddy bear on. Yep, that'll work. Okay. Okay, and then I am just going to take a black Stampin' Write marker and I'm going to highlight his eyes and his nose and his little mouth. Guess I'll leave his ears just the way they are and his paws or his feet. Okay. So then we just need to cut him out, and I have that die here. And this I could use my mini Stampin' Cut or cut and emboss, but since I've got this one out already, might as well use it. See what's happening, see how this is coming up already, but that's okay. I can still use it, it still works. Okay, let's get that baby on there. Yeah. Okay. That is all the die cutting I need to do. I'm just going to put that way over here. Okay, so now we need to assemble the rest of the card. So this is going to go on here, and I want it to be at the bottom of the card. And I want, oh, bummer. Oh, no, that's right. Okay, I want the bloody part to be against the wall, so. Gruesome. The bloody part of the crib. Hiya, Bev. Good to see you here. Okay, and one more. Here we go. And if you don't have this set and you really want it, First of all, it will, I'm trying to decide whether I'm putting it in my September sale or not. I probably am. Or you can go on Stampin' Down and Up and In Search Of, and you can ask for it. You can say In Search Of, and you can find it for a pretty reasonable price usually. And there's other Facebook pages out there like that too. So, all right. And one more, if I can get under it. There we go. Okay. And this is going to go on here. Now I put it a little bit off of there and it folds up nicely. I just want to see what she did because I didn't really look. Yeah, she put it off a little bit too. Okay, so it's going on this piece in the middle here. I'm going to put it right here on the edge. And I'm just going to get in there and rub down the tape. Okay, so there you go for the crib. Now we just need to get our teddy bear done and decorate the front. So teddy bear, where did you go? There he is. Okay. You know, I'm just for giggles and kicks. Let me grab a marker here. Real red. That works. Excuse me. I want to give him a little bow, a little tie. Looks like my real red marker is kind of dry on that end, and the other end is probably not real pointy. No, it's not. Yeah, it's actually kind of dry too. Okay, well, we'll do the best we can. Instead of doing, we'll just do loops and ties. And okay, so I'm going to cheat. I happen to have a red marker here. That is probably much better. Ah, yes, much better. Okay, so I'm going to give it a nice little tie. There we go. Okay. Guess I'll have to add some re-inker to that pen. Okay, so then we're just going to put him in the bed here, and I want him to be seen. Now, you could put him here where he shows with the card not open, but you can't put him over far enough that he doesn't show a little. So it's definitely better to put him where the card shows, where he shows. And I'm just going to put some tape on his legs because I'm going to have him rising up above the bed. So I think I want him a little higher than that. All right, which means I need to get some tape off of there. There we go. So there he is in the crib. There we go. So that's what it looks like. So let's do the front. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch the scalloped heart out of the stripes that we used for the bed, inside of the bed. Could also use the other side of it. That's kind of pretty, and it goes with that. So I could use that. I might use that because actually the white on the white, I think I am going to go that way. Okay, and then this one, I'm going to punch out of the straight circle, or the straight heart. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put that on there, but first we're going to stamp it. And you'll see on this card I put Hello Little One. And on this card I'm going to, it's still from the same stamp set, but I'm going to put Little Hands, Little Feet, Big Love. And I'm going to do that in Pear Pizzazz ink. And I checked, and this does just fit on here. So now if I can just get it lined up. There we go. Little Hands, Little Feet, Big Love. And I'm going to use the So Saffron and the Pear Pizzazz to put little stars on here. I should clean it off in between, but put the darker color in. So there we go. That's good. And then I'm also going to edge it in the green. Of course, I'm not going to be able to get into the little dip in there, but that's okay. I didn't get into the little dip in there either, and you really can't notice unless you're looking for it specifically. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here with just regular tape. Right on there. There we go. And then I'm going to pop that on there with lots of little edge pieces, because that's what I'm down to on this particular sheet. So first I'm going to try to use this corner piece if I can get it off here. I don't know. Yep, there we go. Okay, down in there. Oh, goodness. They do not want to come off in whole pieces. And one of these over here. And we'll put one piece in the middle. Okay. And there we go. So little hands, little feet, big love, and you open it up and there's the crib with the teddy bear. And as I said, you could put a piece of Whisper White or Basic White, I'm sorry, or very vanilla if you were using, this was a very vanilla card base. And you could put your sentiment or your greeting underneath there. Or you could put it over here so that when you open it up, you see it. And then the one other thing I did was I stamped the envelope with the teddy bear so that is showing as well. Okay, so let me show you. She had a bunch of different samples, and one of them was made up with little baby elephants. Well, several of them were made up with little baby elephants. So that's kind of cute. And that would work with the elephant parade stamp set that we have now. So as I said before, she used ribbon and she used a tag. She used that same top die to create the shape. And she also used, this is a retired embossing folder, or I would have used it because it's really cute to have the little knit thing there. I would have used that, but I figured I was already using enough retired stuff. And I like the way she stamped that teddy bear, but I don't have that stamp set. I only have that punch, so I couldn't stamp that teddy bear on mine. But here are my two versions. So you have the Hello Little one with the cute teddy bear in the white crib, and then you have the little hands, little feet, big love with the wood grain crib with the realistic teddy bear in it. So those are what I have for you today. And I finished a lot quicker than I thought I would, but that's good. So I'm going to turn you back around and talk to you for a few minutes. So excuse this. You're right, Annette, the hippo would work. And I have the hippo. I could have used that too. Any little toy type of thing would work with that. Absolutely. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was really fun for me to find this card and to sample it. And again, I'll mention her name again. Her name is Bronwyn Eastley, and she's an Australian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I paid to download the directions so that I could make this for you. But I will be typing up the directions, and I know that Annette wants them. If anybody else wants them, please just put a message in here. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you here. Please just put a message in here letting me know that you would like them. And I will make sure that I get them to you as soon as I have them typed up. Probably tomorrow because I need to go put my leg up again when I'm done here. So don't mind me. I'm looking to see if I missed anything. So, oh, hi, Pamela. All right. Great to see you all here. So I will be back next week. Definitely. I'm healing. I'm getting better every day. So I'll definitely be back next week with something else to show you. I've got to get my samples made for my August card class, and I've got to get going on my Christmas card class, which we are doing on September 10th here. It's an all-day event. You make 20 cards. Guys, I'm sorry, but this year I think I'm going to ask you to make one of each just to make it easier for me. I know how many samples or packets I have to make up. So rather than saying, oh, I want 5 of that and none of those, I'm just going to have you make one of each. If you really like one, then you can purchase the stamp set to make more of them yourself. But it's going to be a little too rough on me to keep track of everything this year. So, okay, Vicki, I will make sure that you get the instructions. So, okay. So that's all I have for you today. Remember that the celebration is still going on right now. So you have, I'm going to get out of the way here for a minute. You have the mini catalog that's good until the end of December, and it's going to be backwards, I know. And then celebration is good through August 31st. I can tell you right now that I have one of everything in here except for a couple of them that didn't really interest me at all. And I have multiples of many that will be raffle prizes. So for both my card classes and for my Tuesday Night Lives. So, okay. I'm very happy to be back. Pamela, I will get the PDF to you as well. Anybody else who wants to post asking for it, just let me know in the next 24 hours. If you post something, I will make sure that I put your name into the drawing tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for some sort of little prize from me and Stamp It Up. Other than that, if you're watching this much later and you want the directions, just post it in there. It'll come up for me and I'll send you. I will need your email, obviously, but I will send them to you. So, okay, have a great week, and I will talk to you all next week. Bye-bye.